Darth, Theorist, rise.
What if the 501st resisted Order 66 at the Jedi Temple? Let's explore the depths of it in the video.
The Jedi have betrayed the Republic. They have attempted to assassinate the Chancellor and overthrow the legitimate government. Today, we end their treachery.
What are the orders, General?
We assault the temple. No survivors.
The clones stand at attention, obedience hardwired by their inhibitor chips. Yet, among veterans, doubt flickers, echoes of Jedi who once saved them. The 501st marches through Coruscant's night, transports rumbling toward the shining spires of the Jedi Temple. The bastion of peace looms, moments from ruin. Temple guards ignite yellow pikes as blaster fire erupts. The clash is swift and merciless. Defenders fall on the steps they vow to protect. Smoke fills the marble halls as Anakin leads the charge, blade cutting through shadows. From the archives, an elderly Ithorian Master steps forward, hand raised in peace.
Anakin, what is the meaning of this? We are not your enemies.
Without hesitation, Anakin strikes, his lightsaber impaling the Ithorian before the Jedi can defend himself. The body collapses as clone troopers march past, boots echoing on polished stone. Behind their helmets, uneasy glances pass among the 501st. This is not the general they knew, the one who valued their lives. Commando Appo hesitates, finger trembling on his trigger, but conditioning drives him onward. Yet fragments of Captain Rex's long-buried report echoes in their minds. Rumors of control chips, of programming buried beneath loyalty. As they advance, some feel a strange resistance within, a voice whispering that something is wrong, that their hands are not entirely their own. Still, the march continues. Moments later, in the temple's meditation chambers, the Ithorian Master rallies survivors. Jorok ignites his blade, defiant, as the 501st closes in under Anakin's shadow.
Soldiers, you know me. We fought together, bled together. Why are you doing this? Because you're traitors. All of you.
Anakin's strikes are savage, overpowering the Jedi through sheer fury. He collapses, lightsaber slipping from his grasp. Sergeant Fox removes his helmet, horror filling his scarred face as his general slaughters former allies.
General, are you certain about? I am certain about my orders, Sergeant. Follow them.
The sound of running footsteps echoes through the adjacent corridors as survivors flee deeper into the temple's maze-like interior. But before the 501st can pursue, a new group emerges from hiding. A gathering that stops every clone trooper in their tracks. A human Jedi Master steps forward, her hands protectively positioned around a cluster of Padawan learners. Children, some barely old enough to hold a lightsaber, peer out from behind her robes with wide, terrified eyes. These are the temple's youngest students, the future of the Jedi Order reduced to a handful of frightened younglings.
Please, these are children. They pose no threat to anyone.
They will grow up to be our enemies.
Anakin's lightsaber hums as he approaches. His blade cuts down Master Bean before she can respond, her body falling between Anakin and the children she died to protect. The younglings huddle together, some crying, others too shocked to make any sound at all.
Terminate the younglings.
Throughout the chamber, clone troopers raise their weapons toward the defenseless children. These are soldiers who have followed orders without questions for 3 years, who have been programmed from birth to obey their commanders absolutely. But something breaks in that moment. A clone hesitates, staring at a trembling Rhodian child no older than 8. His blaster wavers, his instinct battles programming. The shot never comes. Commander Appo fires at the clone's weapon, disarming him immediately.
Look at them, General. They're kids, innocent. What will you get by killing them?
Other members of the 501st lower their weapons slightly, their conditioning warring against the fundamental wrongness of the moment. These soldiers have protected civilians throughout the war. Sergeant Fox enters the chamber with additional reinforcements, but stops short when he sees the tableau before him. Dead Jedi Masters, terrified children, and his own men pointing weapons at each other.
Commander, what's happening here?
Your men are disobeying direct orders.
But even as he speaks, doubt flickers in more clone faces. The inhibitor chips compel obedience, but 3 years of shared battle experiences create bonds stronger than programming. Fox looks between his general and his brothers.
General, these are children.
They are future enemies of the state.
With respect, sir, you taught us better than this. You said we fight to protect the innocent, not destroy them. You always told us there is no honor in killing those who can't fight back. That's what separates soldiers from butchers.
Do not lecture me on morality. You think you understand what must be done?
We understand what you made us believe in, sir. Duty, loyalty, justice. None of that looks like this.
The clones shift uneasily, torn between command and conscience. Then, from the temple's deeper chambers, the sound of approaching lightsabers fills the air. Surviving Jedi Masters emerge from hiding, their weapons ignited. Master Sin Dralig leads the charge, his ancient blade weaving defensive patterns as he calls to the trapped children. The chamber erupts into chaos. Some 501st troopers open on the advancing Jedi, while others hesitate. Appo and Fox position themselves between the younglings and any trooper still following Anakin's orders.
Stand down. We don't kill children. These aren't our enemies.
Blaster fire erupts as clones turn on each other, brothers divided by conscience. Smoke fills the chamber, bolts ricochet off the walls. Anakin duels Master Dralig, defeating him brutally, only to face his own men's blasters. The 501st fractures, half refuse to killing younglings, defying the general they once followed without question.
I am your commanding officer. You will follow orders.
Some orders are wrong, sir.
More Jedi emerge from hiding, outnumbering the clones still loyal to Anakin. The grand halls of the temple erupt into pandemonium. Blaster bolts ricochet off marble pillars, smoke thickens the air, and screams of troopers and Padawans blend into one indistinguishable cry. In the chaos, no one seems to know who they are fighting anymore. Some clones fire at silhouettes they can't identify. Others hesitate, shouting ceasefire orders drowned out by detonations. A trooper tackles a fellow brother trying to shoot a retreating youngling. A Jedi parries a bolt meant for another clone rather than herself. Appo's voice cuts through the comms, pleading for order, but the network is flooded with overlapping cries, commands, denials, and dying breaths. Even Anakin's own orders vanish into static. The blue glow of his blade slashes through smoke and confusion alike, but there is no clear enemy, only fragments of loyalty tearing each other apart.
Stand down!
His fury cracks into desperation as he realizes the battle is becoming meaningless, a maelstrom of betrayal where neither side truly serves him nor the Republic. Faced with an untenable situation, Anakin makes the only choice left to him. His lightsaber carves a path through the chaos toward the temple's main entrance. His dwindling forces rally behind him. Of the mighty 501st, perhaps half remain, shell-shocked, bloodied, and unsure whether they've obeyed orders or defied them.
This isn't over.
As smoke settles, Commander Appo and Sergeant Fox secure the temple's entrance, surrounded by frightened younglings. Their chips urge obedience, but conscience prevails. Outside, Anakin retreats with his loyal clones, his plan undone by their defiance. Moments later, Bail Organa's transport lands amid Coruscant's burning skyline. Obi-Wan and Yoda disembark, burdened by betrayal and the shattering fall of the Jedi Order.
The temple is just ahead. I've received scattered reports about fighting there, but nothing concrete.
As their speeder approaches the scarred Jedi spires, they encounter an unexpected sight. Clone troopers in familiar blue-marked armor standing guard at the temple entrance, but their weapons point outward rather than inward. These soldiers protect the building they were ordered to destroy. Sergeant Fox steps forward as the speeder lands, his helmet tucked under his arm to reveal a face marked by recent battle stress. Blaster score marks his armor, evidence of the firefight that split his unit down moral lines.
Master Kenobi, Master Yoda, General Skywalker has turned, sir. He led us here under Order 66 to eliminate all Jedi. Anakin, are you certain? I saw him cut down Master Beam myself. Ordered us to kill the younglings without hesitation. Many clones followed the orders, but we couldn't. Not the children.
Lost young Skywalker is. To the dark side, fallen, he has.
Commander Appo is inside with the survivors. We lost good men today. Brothers who chose different sides.
The interior of the temple bears the scars of civil war. Blaster marks score ancient walls, while clone armor and Jedi robes lie scattered across meditation chambers that once knew only peace. In the central gathering hall, Commander Appo tends to the wounded Padawans, while surviving masters work to comfort traumatized younglings. Meanwhile, Bail leaves to attend to the emergency session Palpatine has called in the Senate.
Masters, we've secured the immediate area, but we can't hold indefinitely. Half the 501st stayed loyal to the General, and they've regrouped outside the city.
Obi-Wan moves to the temple security center, assessing holographic recordings that document the night's horror. The blue-tinted image shows Anakin methodically executing Jedi Masters, his cold efficiency in cutting down beings who trusted him completely.
I trained him. I was like a brother to him. How did he fall so completely?
Failed you did not. Chose his path, young Skywalker did. Powerful Jedi you raised, but destroy him, his fear and anger did.
In the Senate chamber, Palpatine addresses an emergency session, cloaked in grief, yet inward triumph. Senators gather, unaware that they are witnessing the Republic's final breath. Padme and Bail watch in horror as Palpatine proclaims the birth of the Galactic Empire, blaming a fabricated Jedi rebellion for the chaos. Applause fills the hall, some out of loyalty, others out of fear. Across the galaxy, clone commanders confirmed Jedi exterminations, mistaken as victory reports. In the former Chancellor's office, now the Imperial Palace, Anakin Skywalker stands reborn as Darth Vader, the Republic's brightest hero, now serving as the Emperor's most devastating weapon.
Master, the temple assault was not successful. The 501st turned against me when I ordered them to eliminate the younglings.
How fascinating. Even programmed soldiers retain some capacity for moral choice. Then we make an example of what happens to those who defy the new order.
Master?
Take Coruscant guards, clones whose loyalty is unquestionable. Assault the temple again. Kill everyone who resists, including your former soldiers. Show the galaxy what happens to traitors.
The Emperor's words carry the weight of absolute authority, but something in Anakin's chest tightens unexpectedly. The thought of killing Appo and Fox, men who have saved his life countless times. Later that evening, in the quiet sanctuary of Padme's apartment, Anakin attempts to justify the unjustifiable to the woman he claims to love above all else. She sits on their familiar sofa, her pregnancy showing despite her loose senatorial robes, while he paces before the viewport overlooking the city.
Annie, I've heard the reports. The temple. The children. Tell me it isn't true.
The Jedi are traitors, Padme. They tried to overthrow the legitimate government. Even my own 501st Battalion has betrayed the Empire by protecting them.
Those were your friends. Your family. Obi-Wan raised you. Why are you doing this?
For you. For our future. Don't you see? The Jedi would destroy everything we've built together. Their rigid code. Their prohibition against love. They would take you from me, if they could.
I'm alive. I'm safe. Our children will be born into a galaxy at peace. Why must you kill innocent people to protect something that is not threatened? Why kill children, Anakin? Why?
Padme watches Anakin's ship vanish into the Coruscant skyline, the realization sinking that the man she loved may already be gone. Fear drives her to contact Obi-Wan through a secure channel Bail Organa once provided. Her urgent warning reaches him in time, prompting swift action with the embattled temple. Padme contacts Bail Organa, arranging transports to extract the survivors. Many Jedi Masters volunteer to remain behind, choosing to face the coming assault rather than flee. They understand the temple's fall is inevitable, but refuse to let it happen without purpose. Their stand will buy precious time for the evacuation of the younglings, Padawans, and wounded. Obi-Wan and Yoda oversee the retreat through secret passages leading the next generation towards safety, while the 501st, alongside the remaining Masters, prepare the temple's final defense. As the evacuation begins, the Jedi left behind steel themselves for what may be their last battle. The evacuation group disappears into Coruscant's shadowy underlevels, while the temple defenders take their positions. Emergency lighting casts long shadows through the corridors that have echoed with wisdom for generations, now preparing to echo with blaster fire. The sound of approaching gunships grows louder outside. Anakin's modified Jedi starfighter leads a formation of Imperial troopers carrying fresh Coruscant Guard battalions. Their white armor gleams in the artificial twilight as they deploy around the temple's perimeter. Anakin strides across the temple steps, his dark cloak billowing behind him. The yellow tinge in his eyes is deepened, but something flickers beneath. Confusion, perhaps regret. He senses familiar presences within the temple, but Obi-Wan's signature has grown distant. Commander Stone of the Coruscant Guard approaches with his datapad ready.
Lord Vader, the temple is surrounded. Shall we begin the assault?
He's not here. I sensed him, but now...
Who, my lord?
Obi-Wan. He was here, but now he's gone.
The temple's main doors slide open with a pneumatic hiss. Appo emerges alone, his blue-marked armor scarred from the earlier battle. His helmet is clipped to his belt, revealing the determined face of a soldier who has chosen his side.
General. Or should we call you Lord Vader now?
You should call me nothing, traitor. Stand aside.
These children you want to murder. We protected them on Ryloth, on Christophsis, on a dozen worlds. You taught us that protecting innocence was what made us different from the Separatists.
The Separatists are irrelevant. The Jedi are the enemy now.
No, sir. Not the Jedi. You are.
The clone captain's D-17 blaster appears in his hands with practiced speed. Blue bolts streak toward Anakin, who deflects them with his lightsaber while diving for cover behind a temple pillar.
Now!
The temple erupts with coordinated blaster fire from concealed positions. Coruscant guards advance up the steps, their formation tight and professional, but they're walking into a carefully prepared killing field. The first wave of guards enters the darkened corridors, their helmet lights cutting through the gloom. A Master Jedi drops from a hidden alcove above the main entrance, his green lightsaber carving through two soldiers before they can react. He vanishes back into the shadows before return fire can find him. Master Luminara strikes from the eastern corridor, her green blade deflecting blaster bolts back into their sources. Fox and his 501st Squad provide covering fire from elevated positions, their years of coordination with the Jedi allowing perfect timing.
We're taking heavy casualties. They know every defensive position.
Anakin ignites his lightsaber and charges into the temple personally. The blue blade hums as he deflects the bolts streaming toward him. His connection to the dark side grants him preternatural speed and strength. Master Kaj leaps from a concealment. Their lightsabers clash in a shower of sparks, blue against green. But Anakin's power overwhelms the Order Jedi's defenses. A brutal overhead strike shatters Kaj's guard, and follow-up thrusts pierce his heart. The 501st clones witness their former general's murder and open fire without hesitation. Anakin deflects their shots while rolling behind a massive pillar.
Concentrate fire. Don't let them advance.
Second squad, flank left. Keep them pinned.
The firefight rages through the temple's main hall. Coruscant guards pour through multiple entrances, while the 501st defenders and the remaining Jedi Masters coordinate their resistance. Anakin uses his Force abilities to leap between cover points, his lightsaber cutting down both Jedi and clones with equal fury. When he corners Fox near the Jedi Archives, rage consumes him completely.
You betrayed your Emperor, your purpose.
Force energies close surround Fox's throat, lifting the clone captain from the ground. His feet kick uselessly as invisible fingers tighten their grip.
Our purpose was to protect the innocent.
Appo appears from behind a pillar, his blaster trained on Anakin.
Let him go!
A sustained burst of blue energy forces Anakin to release Fox and seek cover. Appo drags his gasping friend behind a stone barrier, while Coruscant guards converge on their position. The fighting gradually ceases as both sides await for confrontation. Appo helps Fox to his feet, noting the bruises around his brother's throat, but seeing determination still burning in his eyes.
Enough! Appo, come out. Face me like a soldier.
Stay here. Let me try to reach him.
Appo steps into the open space between the opposing forces, his hands visible but his blaster ready. Anakin emerges from cover, lightsaber humming at his side.
General, look around you. Look what's happened to this place. To us.
I'm bringing order to the galaxy.
By killing the people who taught us honor, who showed us we were more than just programmed soldiers.
Despite his injuries, Fox limps into view. His voice is hoarse from the choking, but his words carry the weight of shared experience.
Sir, we followed you because you always put our lives before victory. You fought beside us, not above us. Don't let that man die here.
Anakin's lightsaber wavers slightly. Memories flash through his mind. Fox pulling wounded brothers to safety. Appo standing firm against impossible odds. Both men following him not because they had to, but because they believed in him.
Save us and them, General. You're the only one who can stop this madness.
Fox moves closer, his hand extended in a gesture of reconciliation. For a moment, something human flickers in Anakin's eyes. The lightsaber lowers slightly.
It's not too late. We can still make this right. Together.
The clone captain's hand almost reaches Anakin's shoulder when the blue blade suddenly ignites through his chest. Fox's eyes widen in shock and betrayal as he looks down at the lightsaber protruding from his body.
No!
Fox collapses as Anakin withdraws the blade. Appo's blaster fires repeatedly, forcing Anakin to deflect desperately while falling back to cover. But Coruscant guards return fire, and Appo staggers as a bolt catches his shoulder.
Why? Why did you do this?
Anakin stares at Fox's still form, something breaking inside him as he sees what his own hands have wrought. The clone who had served loyally lies dead by his blade. In that moment of horror and confusion, Anakin senses a familiar presence approaching the temple, the Force signature he knows as well as his own.
Finally, you're here, Master.
Obi-Wan Kenobi steps through the temple's main entrance. The Coruscant guards aim their weapons at him, but Anakin raises his hand.
Hold your fire.
Obi-Wan surveys the carnage. Fallen Jedi, dead clones from both sides, and in the center of it all, his former Padawan standing over Fox's body with blood on his hands and horror dawning in his eyes. Obi-Wan stands before his former Padawan, lightsaber still unlit, his weathered face heavy with sorrow as he surveys the carnage around him.
Anakin, look what you've done. Fox trusted you. He approached you unarmed.
He was a traitor. They all betrayed the Emperor.
The Emperor is a Sith Lord, Anakin. Palpatine has been manipulating you, using your fear against you.
No, Master. He's not using my fear. He's providing a solution for it. Everything I've done has been for the Republic, for order.
For Padme, you mean?
You fear losing her.
Don't speak her name.
Anakin's yellow eyes blaze with fury as he raises his lightsaber toward his former master. The Coruscant Guard raise their weapons toward Obi-Wan, but hesitate as the two Jedi face each other. This confrontation feels larger than their orders. Their lightsabers clash in the center of the hall, blue against blue, master against apprentice. Anakin fights with desperate fury, channeling his rage and guilt into devastating strikes, but Obi-Wan's defense remains perfect, each attack turned aside with minimal effort.
Sir, should we engage the Jedi?
Stay back. This is between us.
The duel rages across the temple floor, their blades creating streaks of light in the smoky air. Anakin's power is immense, but his technique suffers from his emotional state. Obi-Wan gradually gains the advantage, his precise Ceresu form wearing down his opponent's defenses. With a final decisive combination, Obi-Wan disarms Anakin, sending the lightsaber skittering across the stone floor. Anakin staggers backward. Coruscant guards immediately open fire on Obi-Wan, forcing him to dive behind a pillar.
Enough. Stop firing.
Sir, you ordered us to eliminate all Jedi resistance.
I said stop. You always were better with a lightsaber, Master. Always perfect. Always right.
I always tell you to control your anger, brother. That's what gives me the advantage.
Enough with your lectures. Get into the open.
Obi-Wan emerges from cover, his weapon still lit but held defensively. Around them, the surviving 501st clones and Jedi Masters watch in tense silence.
I was never perfect, Anakin. I failed you. I failed to see what Palpatine was doing. Failed to help you with your fears.
Then prove it. Fight me again. Show me the warrior who trained me.
No, brother. No more.
Obi-Wan stares at his former apprentice for a long moment, seeing not the powerful Sith Lord, but the frightened young boy he once rescued from slavery. With deliberate ceremony, he deactivates his lightsaber and lets it fall from his hands. The weapon clatters across the temple floor as Obi-Wan drops to his knees before Anakin.
If this is what you've become, then go ahead. Do it. Kill me and be done with it.
Shock ripples through the hall. Everyone is shocked at what Obi-Wan is doing. Anakin is confused. Appo, despite his words, limps forward and drops to his knees beside Obi-Wan. One by one, the surviving 501st clones and Jedi Masters follow suit, kneeling before the man they once called friend.
We won't fight you anymore, General. If you're determined to do this, we won't stop you.
The Jedi way was not to fight evil with more evil.
Anakin looks around the hall at the kneeling figures, men and women who had followed him through countless battles, who had trusted him with their lives. His lightsaber wavers in his grip, as confusion wars with hatred.
Lord Vader, your orders.
Images flash through Anakin's mind. Padme's face when she learned she was pregnant. Fox pulling wounded clones to safety on Christophsis. Appo standing firm against overwhelming odds. The weight of what he's become crashes down on him. He looks at Fox, lying still.
I can't.
His lightsaber deactivates and falls from nerveless fingers. Anakin collapses to his knees among his friends, his shoulders shaking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of this.
Anakin, it's not too late. We can still make this right. Sir, we all know you're still in there. We never stopped believing.
I will fix this, I promise. I have proof. Files showing what Palpatine really is. What Order 66 really means. We can expose everything.
Lord Vader, you will eliminate these Jedi traitors immediately.
Stand down. The mission is over.
Negative, sir. The Emperor's orders supersede yours. All Jedi must be terminated.
The Coruscant guards raise their weapons toward the group. Anakin moves protectively in front of Obi-Wan as the first shot rings out.
I said it's over.
Take cover.
The firefight erupts instantly. Obi-Wan retrieves his lightsaber while Anakin reclaims his own. Master and former apprentice fight side by side, deflecting blaster bolts back to their enemies, deflecting blaster bolts back at their attackers. Appo and the 501st survivors provide supporting fire from behind temple pillars. The battle is brief, but intense. Working together, they systematically eliminate the Coruscant Guard unit. When the last guard falls, Anakin immediately activates his comlink.
Padme, I'm sending you everything. Order 66 protocols, Palpatine's communications, all of it. Broadcast it across every HoloNet channel you can access.
Annie, are you alright? What's happening?
I'm fixing what I broke. The galaxy needs to see the truth.
I don't understand.
I'll explain later. There's no time. We must do it quickly.
Within minutes, every holoscreen across Coruscant displays the horrific reality of Order 66. Clone programming protocols, Sith manipulation, the systematic betrayal of the Jedi Order, all of it exposed for the galaxy to witness. Throughout the city, clone commanders pause in their operations as conflicting orders flood their communication channels. Some continue hunting Jedi, following their programming. Others throw down their weapons in horror at what they've been forced to do.
Control, requesting clarification. Are we still executing Order 66?
All units, stand down for new orders. Situation is fluid.
Back at the temple, everyone is ready for new orders.
What's next, brother?
Next, we take back what's ours. We ambush the Imperial Palace.
But Anakin, the security there is too much to handle. How are we—
No, sir. The clones are confused. They don't know what to do or whom to follow. This is the perfect time for an assault.
You're saying—
It's now or never.
Everyone, on me. To the palace.
Anakin leads the survivors through Coruscant's chaotic streets toward the Imperial Palace. Clone units they encounter react differently. Some join their growing force, others attack on sight. Running battles erupt throughout the government district as loyalties fragment.
General Skywalker, General Kenobi, my men and I are with you.
By the time they reach the Imperial Palace, Anakin's force has grown to nearly a battalion. Palace security crumbles as clone defenders switch sides or abandon their posts entirely. Emperor Palpatine waits in his throne room, yellow eyes blazing with Sith fury as his carefully orchestrated plans collapse around him.
Lord Vader, you have failed me for the last time.
No, I've exposed you.
How unfortunate. I had so many plans for you. You would have had the whole galaxy in the palm of your hand. But you chose to throw it all away for the pack of no-ones.
See, that's the difference, Palpatine. They're not no one. They're everything.
Then die with everything.
The throne room erupts in violence. Palpatine's force lightning crackles through the air while lightsabers ignite in response. The Emperor's power is immense, enhanced by decades of dark side cultivation. Defenders fall quickly to the Sith Lord's assault. Master Luminara collapses under force lightning, while 501st clones are hurled against walls by telekinetic strikes. Soon, only Anakin and Obi-Wan and wounded Appo remain standing.
You see, Lord Vader, this is the power of the dark side.
I am not Vader. I am Skywalker.
Anakin charges through the chaos, his lightsaber cutting through the torrent, while Obi-Wan moves beside him, calm amid the storm. Every motion a counterpoint to his former pupil's fury. Together they press the assault, raw strength and refined precision colliding against ancient evil. Appo provides covering fire, his blaster bolts forcing the Emperor to divide his focus. Palpatine retaliates, summoning a telekinetic wave that sends Appo crashing into the steps. Wounded, but still defiant, he continues to fire, even from the ground, drawing the Sith's gaze just long enough for Obi-Wan and Anakin to strike. Lightning meets blade in a blinding explosion, as both Jedi channel every ounce of will and pain into one final coordinated blow. Palpatine screams, his dark energy imploding in upon itself as their sabers cross through his chest. The Force ripples outward, silencing the storm. When the light fades, the Emperor's throne lies in ruin. His reign and his empire's shadow ended. Meanwhile, across the city, Bail Organa's evacuation ships successfully rescue Yoda and the younglings from their hiding place. The ancient master's wisdom proved correct. Patience and hope had triumphed over fear and hatred. Emergency Senate sessions convene within hours. Order 66 is officially nullified. The Empire dissolved and democratic governance restored. Clone troopers across the galaxy receive their freedom, many choosing to continue serving the restored Republic as free cities. In a medical center overlooking the Senate district, Anakin cradles his newborn twins while Padme rests nearby. Peace finally returns to the galaxy he helped save. Outside, the Senate honors the fallen heroes, including the clones who defied their orders to protect the innocent. Coruscant's lights shine once more as the Jedi begin to rebuild. The Republic heals, and hope quietly returns to a galaxy once consumed by war. That's our theory. The Star Wars universe is a galaxy filled with exciting stories and possibilities, and we love exploring them. If you'd like to join us on this journey to a galaxy far, far away, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.